Hi everyone. Hi everyone. This is Mari Ra, and this is going to be a week ahead card reading for the week. And it's also going to be a quick a quick check-in from the weekend. So, I did say that I was going to start doing this week ahead card readings here on YouTube now, just because it's going to be a lot easier moving forward. But before we dive in, what I'm going to do is check our frequency. First, we'll start with the frequency of where we just left, of where we are right now, and the energies that are upcoming for us in this week ahead. Then I'll dive into a mind, body, and soul check-in. Excuse me. So we're gonna do that. Then just to see what is gonna be the main energy center that may be coming up for us this week, so that we're prepared and so on. Following with what is going to be the assistance that we have this week, and ending the reading with some self-care for the week. So, like I said before I get started, for the soul family that gets to see this when you can, I do want to quickly update on over the weekend, how the weekend was and stuff like that. So, over the weekend, I spend most of my time being like in and out of sleep. But it was really intense. I really wanted to take the time to catch up on some projects that I have going on, but whatever energy that I had left or that I had over the weekend, I used it to basically share prayers. I felt like I felt all of you guys. I felt everybody. Everybody was going through just different levels, of like ascension symptoms and stuff like that. And there's just so much going on. So, there's like this type of pressure that I feel like it's happening, and it's like it feels like the ends of times. So I kind of want to concentrate the reading just on whatever is going to come up, but I did wanted to leave a little check in there on those energies before I get started, about just basically how a lot of us were called, to continue laying down the front line work, of the astral, whoever resonates to these messages, we were heavy, duty in the astral, and that's kind of where I spent a lot of my time over the weekend. I've never really caught up on sleep like that, but I didn't even really feel like sleep because I had, like, visions of the things that I was doing. And again, every time that I came back to this realm, I would just be like, okay, like, what can I do now to, further along move those energies, and stuff like that. So these are very interesting times, guys, because we are about to experience, something that has not really have been done before. And what that is ascending. We're about to ascend, but we're ascending with the planet. So usually a planet ascends with no one on the planet, but this time the planet is ascending, and so is everybody that is on the planet with her. So that's kind of where we are right now. And yeah, like, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. And so let's see what else comes up. But I will have different lives this week. Wow, that's so beautiful. Yeah, that's just beautiful. Enjoy that. sun codes. Wow, very lovely. So yeah, I'm gonna get started now on our little card reading. I kind of want to do it on, you know what, I'm gonna probably connect my phone so that I can do a quick reading on the IG because I'm not used to not having nobody in the chat with me. So yeah, we're just gonna do this, so bear with me, YouTube fam, but I'm still gonna record it here because I think it's important. Whew. So yeah, I hope everybody had a good weekend though. However you were able to catch up on rest, anything that you had going on. Hopefully you feel better today. But overall, the collective energies have been very strong, like the energies were really intense because of, what we were purging, and the level of purging was intense as well. So I'm just setting up on both stations. We're getting there. Okay, so yeah, so we were just purging collectively so that we are able to integrate now this week. This week for me feels like it feels like we're going to be integrating a lot of light now. That's kind of how it feels like. So I'm just going to do both locations now. I'm just setting up my phone here because I kind of want to keep recording on YouTube when it's easy to just go back and watch it, but I haven't officially started. I am just going right here. But in the meantime, on this side, we can get sun codes. That's beautiful. Yeah, so okay. So yeah. Oh, hi, brother. I'm about to sit up over here because yeah. So I'm about to go over here and just do it there. But I haven't started, so we're good. Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Mari Ra, and this is going to be a week ahead card reading, but I am recording myself both here and here on YouTube, so we'll just go with it. So as we come in, I'm actually going to just, because I don't have music like I normally do, so I'm going to clear the space. So I'm just clearing the space for us. Hi, family. How are you? Okay, so we're going to do a week ahead card reading and whatever else comes up as well. Whew, okay, so I kind of squeeze in time, and right now I call upon our higher selves, our spirit guides, ancestors, masters, and teachers that are with us to come forward so that we're able to receive messages of honesty and clarity. Hi, everyone. Me too, bro. I'm on YouTube and I'm right here. So I like YouTube because you can see basically the angels and the orb from the sun. It's so beautiful. What was so beautiful? Okay, guys. So before I get started, doing a quick check-in. How was your weekend, everybody? Hi, Olivia. How was everybody's weekend? I'm like officially back. Um, so I'm kind of settling in because before I do anything, I kind of have to do like a whole like home clean. Like I have to clean the floors, I got to seal the mirrors, like all these spiritual cleaning stuff before I go on a live or do stuff. So I had to check in on that. But I hope you guys caught up on rest if you guys were able to, or if you guys were not able to sleep. I can understand why too, because we were all called over the weekend, like on the front lines. Like, woof, it's been so intense, guys. Oh my gosh. Like, and I kind of, okay, well, we'll see what comes up, but I'm still gonna do kind of the reading for like an hour. But I kind of want to catch you guys up on maybe what are the things that you guys might be observing, like whatever you may see, right now playing out in the timelines. It's all very specific, like there are no accidents right now. Everything is all happening right now, all at the same time, you know? Oh, happy 12/12, by the way. Happy 12/12. So before I get on 12/12 and before I share on what I want to do last minute for us later on today, I kind of want to go over the weekend and the intense energies that I kind of went through so that you guys can understand where I come from and just everything in general. But this is kind of what I feel like happened, guys. Remember that at this point, whoever resonates to whatever I'm about to say, there are some things that I share that is for the collective, and there are some things that I share that are more like guardian information. Guardian things that it may not make sense to everybody else, but it doesn't need to at this point, and it's okay, unless you want to volunteer to be a guardian and an astral warrior, then yes. But I kind of wanted to make that clear. And so, as guardians, like there is this nick of time. I feel like we are literally in like the ends of time. And that's why we are seeing, this other timeline very strongly, like out of nowhere, right? And it happened over like last week, right? It happened, last week. So this is no coincidence, And so everything is lighting up, of course, and we already won, and it's just like we're catching up. It's like we're catching up to the timeline, you know, and so what happened, guys, I want you guys to remember something. We're here under divine order to guard and protect the mother arc. And it's all and without with all what does that mean? What that means is that we're here, to protect all life and creation, like the organic creation. And so this is why it feels so intense. Okay, so I need to share this however is coming through for us. And this is why it feels so intense right now, because like these, at this point, the other party, right, that doesn't like humanity, the ones that are doing the things because of whatever reasons and stuff like that. I realize that they're rolling out their agenda or like the timeline that they want people to feed on, because whatever the fuck, either way, that shit's gonna burn down to the ground because we're here. However, it's gotten so severe, and for me, like it all clicked. So as always, I'm just sharing, and we can talk about whatever we pick up after. But they're waiting for the moment that we evolve into the form that we are organically choosing to ascend into, because that is the merge of the new root race that we're here evolving into as the most evolved version of ourselves in the entire cosmos. What that means is that that version of ourselves is an integration of a solar reishi and a cosmic. So we would be a merge of a solar reishi, so a triple solar dragon. At a 1213D, you are a dragon. So the point is that the reason why they want that creation is because it has the cosmic records. So eventually, guys, it doesn't matter, on what I share or whatever it is, like we're all gonna know the truth the way that it was intended to be. You know what I mean? The only reason why this weird energy of like new age information and stuff like that is because we have been cleaning up the timelines for a long time, and these timelines are like made up timelines, that were kind of put. And basically that's why it's all confusing sometimes, and I can understand that, but it's like there were memories that were literally removed from us. And so I guess we can see it as like Ascension is a really trippy game where it's like whatever things that we may have like mastered in our past lifetimes really, really were so crucial and important to remember and bring it forward in this now moment. You know what I mean? Okay, so what I want you to take away from that big thing that I just said is that they're waiting for us to transform because they want the cosmic records. They want to know what it is that makes us who we are. You know what I mean? That's why like their rollout of their timeline, it's like they recently are fucking showing people that they have a laboratory where they can grow up to like 30,000 man-made babies basically. And this shit is so crazy, but it's like, I mean, this is the genesis of that shit that is not even going to roll out, but it's like very crazy to see it that way. And it's like they want to copy the ascension, and they want to copy, whatever it is, but they can't, because you cannot duplicate consciousness. So it's like it's really crazy as times right now. And I had like obviously that's why this whole week we were so like, not only were we purging, but we were laying down this shit because that's what they're really after, guys. You know? So either way though, like I said, nothing to worry about. It's just really important to see those factors and understand how that makes sense in these timelines, and the bigger picture of what we're really here to do. Um, let me see what else comes through from what I just before I check up with you guys. Let's see. But yeah, like overall though, like that's kind of like the big thing, and I felt like, oh yeah, so this is okay. So this is why I started sharing like prayers, and I started like basically even that other prayer that I kind of co-created with Raw. He was like, make this, say this, and I was like, okay, and I sent it. But that was because there was a lot of us that were attacked. We were fucking, of course, it's a spiritual warfare, and it's all the time. It's 24/7. So I did that so that we could, remind ourselves, and just to kind of hold on tight to that, because what ended up happening, guys, with this whole app thing, that people were using and stuff like that, like I can understand, those layers of consciousness that they're seeing it that way, and therefore they're explaining their actions and whatever reason. However, this is why we were also overworked this week that just passed, because whether they know this or not, like it's kind of like now the other party, it's now able to create clones that look like the individuals. So it's like we basically had to go take care of that too, because we are so close to the split of timelines. And it's like, of course, like this would happen right before everybody, like splits. And so so that was my weekend, guys. How was yours? But no, like this is oh my god, brother. I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted. And I have been crying too. I have because I can feel the pain of everyone all the time, to be honest with you, and for me, like very much I'm always like uneasy when it comes to the children. And I feel like that's what we should really like remember. Like we're here for the children. You know. So that was kind of like a quick energy update on that. However, though, officially this weekend, I'm gonna start having us come together as like an Earth Council to get more organized. Um, both, yeah. But yeah, guys. So let me pull some cards and then I'm gonna check in how you guys feel. What do you guys feel like on what I say? And oh, one more thing, I kind of want to hi Sister Veronica, I love you. One more thing that I feel like I wanted to share. Even if I channel things or if it is coming from my memories or if I share things, and you guys know I always leave the sources there. I know you guys say, that you guys I know that most of you guys thank me for my wisdom and you guys say it like that, but then I always tell you guys it's our wisdom. I don't and it's like I talked about it with Ron. He's like it's like whatever he said to me, but like it's always for me it's like our family, our dragons, our protection, our wisdom, and like I said, either way, like all of us, once you fully like integrate like the 12D and so on, you will also be able to channel through that cosmic wisdom, and that's actually like what we're evolving into. That's the like not only will we be like solar reishis, but we will also be able to channel through like anything that you want to know. Like you just concentrate, and because your vessel is just openly and just pure light source, like it's just oof. And with that being said, another quick message. So over this weekend we're gonna start organizing, but also this is for the ones that want to go on this journey with me. I'm gonna start teaching us the Akashic records as well, and my goal for that is that for whatever inspiration that you may have right now on a book that you want to write, it could be about your life story, it could be about your awakening, it could be whatever book, like I'm putting us together so that we can start creating our books and have them rolled out by the end of the month. So because that's something that they want me to do, but I'm like, I think it would be better if we all come together and do it together. Um because that's our wisdom, guys. Like that's what I keep telling you guys. Like even if whatever situations we may be, like our wisdom is our abundance. And we are here to write our own gospels as well. So all that stuff. All right, what was the frequency that we recently left as a collective? And then I'm gonna check in with you guys. But those were the announcements that I have right now. And then sometime today, I'm organizing the rest of the week on who I'm meeting with, who I need to finish sending stuff to and stuff like that. But you guys know I try my best to take care of all of that. Okay. Yeah, so later on today, when the energy feels right, I want to share. I've been wanting to share that, but I didn't want to do it until I felt calm and I can channel in memories, my own memories and stuff like that. But I'm gonna talk about like the last meditations that I've had, because Hilarion for a while he's been wanting me to. He's an ex like he's one of the members of the intergalactic councils, but he's been waiting so that we're able to be ready to connect with him, because he is not only does he represent Earth, he represents us as Earth in the councils, and he goes over he connects to the green ray of healing, but he's also he's also goes over like technology that we're here to create with the intended purposes to continue healing the world. So I wanted to do something for us today, but I have to see because I think we're all still purging and I don't want to overwhelm our bodies. So if anything in this weekend, I will officially put something more organized where we can have that experience, because we're going to go into astro, like using our astral bodies into Agartha, into the crystal cities, because that is also another level of where we currently are right now. And where we currently are right now is that, Agartha and the other cities in the waters, they're getting ready to rise up. Okay, because most of us, the ones that have been, anchoring the light and just working on our vibrations, like the reason why we're about to basically connect with the cosmos again and with these other civilizations that have been here, but in another dimension and density, because we're about to have that experience. So that's on that. So yeah, that's kind of what we're gonna do. I want to do that perhaps this weekend, or who knows if I end up doing it maybe later today. Dude, and it's not me that does these last minute things, guys. It's our family, but I'm always down with whatever. So let me go back up here. How are you guys? And hi, brother. Oh, oh my gosh. So there's a lot of crazy stuff. Um so yeah, everyone, that's kind of the situation. I know I've been so busy in all the dimensions. Hi everyone, lots of plasma. Been sleeping a lot. Yes, and I love that you said lots of plasma, because that is actually what has been um developing on our auras. Um yeah, insomnia, intense. Yeah, guys, we've been we have been waking up at 4 a.m. with chest pain. Oh, okay. I was throwing up on Saturday. Energy was tough. Oh, yeah, sister. I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, definitely. The energy was so extreme this week. This is the heart center expanding. Yeah. And what was I gonna say? They did tell us, when I was reading the cards like last week, I kept saying, oh, like they're telling us that we're gonna need to do a hermit mode. And I was like, oh, sure. And then I definitely was like, no, they were not playing. They really said cancel everything, reschedule everybody, and just for all of us. Really intense weekend, not much sleep. Yeah, brother, I feel you. Armageddon software is false reality programming. I'm looking into that. I don't do 4D. I'm out. Yeah, there's some. I need to go over that, because there is gonna be I saw something that reminded me that there is gonna be a split of either 4D, 60, or 70. But it's actually for the 144, 144, a lot of us are actually being prepared to basically still be able to kind of go back and forth in a sense. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Cabbage Patch. Oh yeah, that thing. This purchase like nothing else I have ever gone through. Yeah, right. I can't play God, yo. Yep. That's yep. Hi guys. Yeah. They still have karma no matter if they explain. Oh yeah, I can see that. Should I felt that? I did the AI thing, but that is good to know. Are you saying we're having to reverse the agenda behind that? I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised, because the only way for us to reverse things is to go through it. And that's why, like, I know people were like, well, we're using Instagram and stuff like that. And it's like, well, we all kind of went into this Milky Way galaxy that apparently was running on reversal energy. But that's why I feel like, us coming together, we're gonna be fine, because yeah, like we're just gonna be more aware of these things, and catch certain things. Have an ice cream. Oh yeah. How do you evolve to 12D? So they're all levels of consciousness, that at a soul level, mind, body, and spirit, like you integrate. And so we're in a level, guys, that like Jesus, when he was here, like he was able to go to 12D. He integrated his higher self. So this is our physical body, right? And then the other body is our higher self that comes from the 12D. So it's like our particular higher self. And then the other body is usually like the monad on where the higher self comes from. So when Jesus was here and he had his integration, it was him, his higher self as Sananda, and then he did merge with Lord Maitreya, who apparently maybe they have like a similar monad energy. So that's what happened to him. And then so when we connect to our 12D, we are also doing something very similar, but now something that hasn't been done before. And this is coming out from my person where I am a member of the Amethyst Order, right? Like something that recently was released onto Earth is that we were able now to connect back to the seven higher heavens through the 13D, 14D, and 15D, because that was something that was kind of like kept away from the lower levels of dimensions and just energetically wise, because when this whole AI thing came into our realities, like we had to kind of shut it there so that they were not able to continue going up into the higher realms. So that's why in their reality, in the Phaeton matrix, it goes all the way up to 11.5. So that's why, like, even if you go to 12D, I'm sure, within the councils, we decided now we can like open that up for a higher level of protection, which is actually what we ended up doing, because wow, okay, so excuse me. So we ended up doing that because there was a lot of fucking moments, guys, where we were really like, it was getting crazy out here. A lot of things that were supposed to happen didn't happen. I'm sure, a lot of us were given dates or certain things and it weren't happening, but because there was so much other things. So plain and simple, we had to make that decision in the council wise to now have that available so that we can still be here on ground level with that extra layer of protection. And so if that's basically every time I do lives, that's why you guys see me working with these higher levels of dimensions, because I just want to make sure you guys you know are okay. Because there was a point, I think, before this happened officially in the higher planes and here, we were basically getting fucked. Like we were being siphoned. It was really horrible. Like it was hurting to be here. I don't know if you guys remember this. It was like maybe a few months ago, but it was like hurting to be here. And it's like, what? But then we took care of things, and we were able to still carry on with the plan, because I feel like a misconception that happened is that we were told that we needed to leave. Like the first plan A of the ascension was that the ships were gonna come, maybe we were gonna leave on the ship and stuff like that, but then that plan got hijacked, by the way. But it wouldn't make sense for us to leave when the whole reason why we came here on the ground field was so that we can protect what's here. And what's here is the mother arc. And what's the mother arc? It's like inside, it's the inner sun of the earth. So trippy, like they really got us on that one. And so that's why we're like, we can't leave. How can we leave what we came here to protect? It wouldn't make sense. So trippy. Thank you, sister. I just blow dried it really fast. Thank you for sharing our knowledge. Our knowledge. You're welcome. What time is the activation? Maybe like 2 hours from now, but I'm gonna for sure do some things for us in the weekend, but I'm gonna see. Cristo's plasma. What is new? Yeah, Cristo. Yeah. Yeah, guys. So, yeah. Oh, there. I caught up. So, yeah, guys, what do you guys think? Let me tap into this card reading and then we see what goes. But, hi, sister. So, that's kind of what I was feeling, guys. Everything that I blasted in the beginning was necessary just to catch up. And, yeah, that's kind of where I feel like we're at right now. So, I guess the way that we're going to continue to do this until, that event happens that we're all anticipating is to continue showing people like, like how to ascend basically, like ultimately everybody is this, it is a path of inner knowing, like to find a way to connect to your higher self and to God in a sense. So I feel like that's kind of like the energy right now, yeah, so I'll leave it there. Because I realize, and the reason why Raw actually wants us all to come together now and to do it in a more constructive, organized way. And when we are gonna come together, guys, I am gonna be channeling the councils. Like I'm gonna just call in whoever we need to speak to and connect to, and like that's just how we're gonna continue going on in that sense. Because realistically, guys, like whoever represents, that timeline of the AI, basically, like they have their own, they have like their own channelers in a sense. But again, like that's why it's something that doesn't resonate with anybody, because this is something that all of us were, and it's not like nobody is better than anybody, but this is some sacred level of information to know, to have basically the Emerald Covenant in your DNA. And if I think about it, that's why they're trying their best, for any of our brothers and sisters who are like soldiers here and stuff like that. They have been trying their best to, you know, to take over basically their physical bodies, because all they need is a host. But it's okay, that's why I said, like, we're fine. It's important to still talk about these things. We cannot just not talk about them, because they are in our reality for a reason, and just see, how do we go from here and stuff like that. But okay. Whew. So I asked about our frequency and about, what is the energy we just live. Hi, sister. We win in love and light. Yes, facts. Yeah, let me know, guys, what you guys are getting. I love you, brother. Hey, yeah, I remember a lot of months ago, up to a year. Yeah, I felt something really big was gonna happen. Yes, I'm purging a false light matrix, false ascension matrix in its own tense. Ooh, yeah, I feel that, brother. Wait up, my favorite person. Hi, sister, I love you. I feel like I'm in a 0 point almost all the time, and life is hyper sensitive and coded. Yeah, I feel you. Imagine living in love. Yes, brother. Girl, Veil is so thin and so much happening. Yeah, so much happening, and the dreams are wild. I just imagine turning into Osiris being, connecting with the humans in the physical. Wow, I love that. So that's kind of where we're at. And then, so this is the energy that we just left. So this is the frequency that we just left. And it says Lords of the Records. The archive of your soul information is open and ready for you to access. You can now align more deeply with your soul purpose. And then it says, enlightening. The knowledge you seek is seeking you. There are no distorted versions of reality. Yeah, totally. That's what we just left, like we were enlightened into all these different things, to these different timelines. A lot of us, work in the records too. Like I feel that energy heavy. And then I ask, like, what is our current frequency right now? So I have incarnations and anchor. So you are firmly grounded in the new earth dimensional plane. And then it says incarnations, many lives lived, many lessons learned. We are ending these karmic cycles and closing contracts. So yeah, like finishing, the final review of this lifetime basically because we're about to merge because okay, how do I explain that? Every time you merge with a different aspect of yourself, it does feel like you're living another lifetime because you merge with that consciousness. So now it's like this current lifetime doesn't feel normal anymore because you're aware of, you're able to maybe hop into that consciousness of whatever incarnation, that you merged with, So that's kind of where we are right now. We're grounding and we're anchoring in these new earth, energies basically, especially this 12-12, like we've been purging this whole week that just passed so that we're able to now have like our vessels clear to now just fully like integrate like those codes, and then into the inner earth. Um, okay. Okay, so that was a frequency. And then I have there's an incoming frequency for us. So I have infinite vastness, stop playing small. And then I have temple of light. You are worthy. See the truth of who you truly are, a being of pure love and light. Oh, we were just saying that. Yeah. And no, for sure. Like they definitely want us to stop playing small. And then lastly, have the eternal stone. What you grieve is not lost. Everything has and will be returned to you in another form. I love this card. What you grieve is not lost. And that's so true. Kind of forgot. But yeah, so that was our frequency. Now let me check in with our mind, body, and spirits. Whew. Okay, so now calling on again our higher selves, spirit guides, my sisters, calling on our violet flame dragons, our dragons of the golden flame, and our blue dragons to come to us now, to surround us. I just feel like calling our dragons. So, okay, so I'm gonna check in with our minds. I want to see what are the energies that our mind has. I'm picking up programming. So there was a lot of programming that was actually, yeah, that's what it was, like that last week. It was it all makes sense, guys, because I remember that I wanted to talk about MK Ultra and then I only said a few things, but I didn't come back to it. And basically, guys, like the type of stuff that has been going on with the MK Ultra is the type of stuff that they've been running on humanity. Like, okay. So maybe okay, well what were the energies that left the collective mind? Um yeah, so the reason why that is coming up is because if you guys don't know what MK Ultra is a disclassified government program that they put okay, if I get let's dive in. So that we can all get clear and honest messages. I ask our family of light, the white brother and sisterhood of light to surround us and whatever messages of honesty and clarity are able to be delivered to us that we are ready to receive. Yeah, guys. So what I'm getting is that Okay, so this is kind of sensitive. So the reason why I started talking about MK Ultra, because right now I was about to read the cards for our mind, body, and soul, right? For the collective and stuff like that. And I just tapped into the mind. And I asked what recently left the mind, and all I got was fear. But what I was seeing and what I was picking up was the whole MK Ultra. And again, that is a program that was put together. They had That's why I called in our family, so you guys could also receive messages, but also like so maybe you guys can see the visions that I'm getting, okay? So what I was being shown are like I do see actually the soldiers. So I do see the soldiers. I know that there are like American soldiers. I do feel like the Korean soldiers were involved as well for some reason. And that program was basically created to manipulate the mind. And so, in a sense, like even the soldiers, some soldiers that would put together for like the secret space program, like they were being manipulated in a way to again be created as hosts, because if they can control the mind they can control the soul, okay? And so that's one layer of it that I'm looking at it, and so when I'm really tapping in and I'm able to see, it's like that's why they were discovering, our historical cosmic origins themselves. So they were keeping that shit from us because they knew that our past civilizations, like before we were here at this current vessel in Earth, we already lived through Mars, we already lived through these different epochs that we've had before. So that's why in this weird universe and reality that we came to visit, it looks like it got destroyed, because even in Mars, and the reason why Elon Musk is so connected to that shit too is because even in Mars, that civilization actually also ended up losing themselves in technology. So so I can see all that stuff that just came in, but like fear was used as a tactic a lot this week that just rolled out. There was a lot of programs that they were putting out, and I think that's actually what really happened in a larger picture. But now what I'm tapping in right now is that they do have children, like the movie The Strangers Things is like literally telling us what the fuck they're doing in our faces. That they do have children and they know, because think about it, guys. They know that we were gonna come back in time. They know who the fuck we are before we remember. They know that's good. That's good. Yes. You see? Okay. So they know that the children were also gonna be a very important in general, So and there's a lot of layers to this because I do feel like it's like both a spiritual thing, unfortunately the children's that were sacrificed, and still their spirit is the spirit that we're here to heal and help assist go into the higher planes. But I do feel like that's another thing in the radar, because the only reason why I feel like they want to fuck around, and they're definitely going to find out, is that they don't want to evolve. They don't want to let go of that shit, like that's kind of what I'm realizing, because this is something that happens. You can't control, like evolution. We keep evolving with the stars, with the cosmos, and so what we're really looking at, guys, is like there's just these somehow, aspects that didn't want to evolve, and that's the whole reason, or I guess we can see the energy behind their fear is that they don't want to stop existing. But everything has law and order in the angelic realms. That's why sometimes I have a very serious energy, because I'm basically a lawyer in the Violet Flame, courtroom. And so like they are afraid of not existing, because when there's a certain law and order, like so this is a complicated thing that they actually don't want to happen, but it's gonna happen. And it's like once you don't evolve in a certain way, like you're gonna have to repeat your evolution back to 0 1. So it's like they're stuck in their own nightmare of like their that reality that maybe they really enjoyed or whatever it is, like it's no longer there. Whew. Okay. So this is why this is why there's always a thing about, having a war of the timelines or a war of certain things, but it's just that's really what it is. And so their fear is that. But like I said, when it's so that comes from source, like one of the things is that you are going to have to repeat your soul evolutionary process, which means you're going to have to go back to being an element, go back to being an animal, go back to learning how to even be a human, and then eventually, evolve your way up to the higher realms. Wow, that was deep. What else did we what else, what other energies were released or removed from the mind? Um, yeah, guys. So there was a lot of that going on, and of course, like that's why there was a lot of fear stuff that they definitely try to roll out, and I'm just gonna say it out right now as it's coming up. So that's why I say, we have to be very aware with our surroundings. We have to be very aware with our energies because we definitely got like divine interruption. We got this divine disruption card, but that's like divine intervention. I mean, you know, because what I was seeing is that they were trying to pull some tactic to still have a somewhat way of a way to kind of fuck with you energetically. And so what I was seeing, and this makes sense why I wasn't really like in this realm over the weekend, is because I was probably going around and with my dragon like protecting people, because what happened too is remember I said we're here to protect the mother arc, right? We're here to protect all life and creation, the organic life and creation, right? And so this goes for my divine feminines, like a lot of the times the reason why or the way that they come to you is that they really are aiming towards your ovaries. Okay, so this is a real thing, like they were finding a way, to attack the feminine again by you know like going after women's ovaries, going after that energy. And again, that goes all to show you of like all these things in the background. Okay, what else was released from the mind? Yeah, so I'm gonna just see what else is in the mind right now. But overall, guys, like that's what we got. We had to cleanse, we had to remove any type of fear. Divine intervention came in with that as well. Dark entities are attracted to many people. We need to take care and protect their energy. Absolutely. We can do the same thing as Stranger Things. Once we fully activate, I believe, don't use birth control if you can. Oh yeah, you most we are. We definitely are, guys. That was a surprise that I didn't want to say because I don't want to keep you guys waiting. I'm gonna see what happens. But when we are gonna go to Agartha and we are gonna meet in the inner city, I want to introduce the version of yourself that is in the inner city. But I also in that moment too, is when we're gonna fully activate the hands, because that's kind of where I feel like I'm here. I'm here to help us in that energy, if it comes to it. Okay. Now let's see what's in our mind right now. What are the energies that are in our mind? Um okay. Oh my god, I love that. You talking about Agartha just triggered a memory of me agreeing to that. Wow, where I can find more about that. Please, please, please. Yes. I don't know if I found like stuff. That stuff came to me because I've been there myself. Like when I met my version of myself, they would take me there. And if let me pull one more. So yeah, that's kind of what I just realized I do. Like I whatever meditations I do, it's like um I'm sharing what is I guess you can see that now that I think about it, like different initiations, because we are meeting with different levels of energies of ourselves. So the mind right now is still in this isolation, surrendered energy. There is anxiety at this moment, but there's also passion. So I think we're still in this energy of releasing, of recalibrating. There is anxiety because certain things that okay, well, this particular anxiety that I'm actually catching on to right now is it's the energy connected to our sexual energy. So, and I think that's because we have been purging a lot this week that just passed, and at the same time, we also have been healing, the lower bottom chakras. And so that's our root, right? Our ability to feel safe. That's our sacral, it's where we do have our sexual energy and stuff like that, and then our solar, like our confidence. So I'm picking up, there is some anxiety because there was a lot of dense energies in the lower chakras overall, because of the trauma that we talked about last week, right? When it came to like the ancestor stuff or maybe the stuff that we experienced, but it's all balancing itself out, so we're still in that energy of releasing or just feeling, seeing how do we feel comfortable mentally, because this is the mind. Okay, so I'm just tapping into the mind. So it's like, how do we feel comfortable expressing our creativity again? There it is. Okay, so how do we express, how do we feel comfortable feeling confident again, without those layers of illusions that maybe, kept all of us in a box, and we didn't even know that we were in a box, you know what I mean? So I love that. So I see that energy, like that's what there's the isolation and surrendering, because it's something that triggers, is something that happens when you are alone, and you are like asking yourself these questions or stuff like that. So let's see what is coming into the mind for the week ahead. What energies are coming into the mind for the week ahead? So overall, I really like that for us. I think it's normal. I think, we are learning how to be comfortable in that sense, what are the energies that are going to be incoming our mind? So yeah, guys. Ooh, I love that. I feel like this week it's not gonna be like last week, but it makes me feel like a little bit. But that's because maybe this integration, like we purge, now we're receiving, but now it's like we're anchoring that down, but it's still gonna take time to settle in our bodies. That's kind of what I'm getting, because the energy in our minds, I have space and protection, which for me it makes me feel more of like we're being protected, to maybe again, if you want to go hermit mode, if it's calling to you to go hermit mode, for sure go for it. I mean, we cannot heal like almost 26,000 years in a week, or in general. So yeah, we're being protected either way. We want to have that alone time and space. And what's incoming, it's rest again in our minds, and cautious. So again, like I said, continuing to use our discernment, because I do feel like that was what happened last week. Okay, we still gotta be like we got to see what's up with this week, so but still be cautious of the things that you are reading, okay? Because remember the power of your mind, what you are giving your mind attention and power, it's what's going to grow. I'm re-rolling from Magi, Warrior to Monk, Hermit, LOL. LOL, I feel you, brother, on that. But then I have Magic, so I love that. So I love that. So either way, we're crafting our magic, and I do feel like overall the message for our mind is to take it easy. We are basically don't feel. I think the rest part, I think it's also connected to don't feel overwhelmed by the information that you're seeing, you know, um, because we are constantly either receiving and giving. That's the feminine and the masculine. So that also includes with information. And yeah. So now I want to see the body. What energies left the body? What energies left the body? Yeah, guys, I definitely feel you. Like, I think a lot of us had a lot of back pain. The body was definitely purging. For my girls, I do feel like, getting the menstrual cycle around this time right now. Let me see what else. What else is the energy leaving the body? What is the energy right now in the current collective body? What is going on with our bodies right now? Yeah, there's this shift is really like it's a lot. Let me see a few more. What's the current energy body and then what's incoming? So overall, I like when I check in with our bodies because it is the most important part. I think in this lifetime, it's about mastering this body. Be comfortable in this body because one thing I want to share, guys, is that even like let's say that we do the meditations that I do on live, right? And we work with these higher levels of rays and stuff like that. And let's say, we're like, we just finished a 12D energy thing. So that's one thing. But another thing is for all of us individually to kind of maintain that level the entire time or however. So I think overall the body is able to access different levels of dimensions and consciousness, but we're in this stage where we're realizing, oh, we're also here to master the physical body, because once we're comfortable in this body, in the current now, and we're not wanting to astral travel because we want to leave the body, or maybe we're just not comfortable in the body and stuff like that. I like that's the big message that I'm getting right now. Like, we're in this moment um where we're realizing just how much the body does, right? Just the physical body, and mastering it as well. So I just wanted to give our bodies a shout out for everything that they do, because it's a lot. And again, I feel like with the energy part and stuff like that, I do feel like the more comfortable we're able to understand what it is, or it is to be in the 3D, 4D, or 5D and stuff like that, we're able to, navigate it more easily because we already are comfortable and we mastered basically these lower levels of consciousness. You see what I mean? And so when we are and we do our work and stuff like that, like, it's easy to go back and forth in a sense and help other people depending on where they're at. But Mm-hmm. I feel that guys in the pause, monks and magic too. Yes. So what was released, or what is being released from the body right now, is fear and anger. So that's why I said all that stuff about our bodies, because again, there was a lot of fear that was basically perhaps, still lingering in the lower chakras, and a lot of that fear can be translated as anger because I'm still picking up, and I'm going to talk about it, but I'm still picking up the energy of, like, basically when we have been abused, basically in the body, because we are moving, we're being assisted in a way so that we are able to feel safe in our bodies, even if we did experience sexual trauma, abuse, basically, like that is not only goes for us, but that also goes for our ancestors and stuff like that. So that's what I'm picking up with this. And then this is the energy that recently left the body or is leaving the body, right? Hi, sister blessings, beautiful. And this is why I'm picking that up, because then there's this mystery card, and then there's this ideation. So again, like, all that energy traces back to this root, the root chakra, the root of all evil, right? So again, that is being released from the body, and that's why earlier that's what the mind was thinking about. It was thinking about, yeah, feeling a little bit anxious, whether how we feel about being confident about, or how we feel, with our sexual energies, whether with a person or ourselves, however it is. Like, we're learning how to trust our bodies and ourselves in that sense. Um, yeah, so that's kind of what I was getting for that. So now the body is now moving into this energy of surrender, it's moving into an energy where we are, it says comfort, but it is more of like a balance. There is going to be a balance within the body now, because all of this is to, allow us to continue growing. Um, so yeah, guys, so that's really important. I do feel that, and I'm here for you guys on that too, And so this is why I feel like it's probably going to be another day of hermit mode this week, possibly, because to be honest, you guys, I realize that we do take turns, whether it's like the divine feminine collective or the divine masculine collective. We do take turns. Sometimes one of us purges and the other one grounds, you know what I mean? And then the next week, the person that feels better, it's grounding, while the other one purges. So the reason why I'm saying that is because, again, I always say this when I read cards, this is not to say it's going to happen, but it's good to be aware of the energies that are there so that we can stay ready, so we don't got to be ready. Basically, that's kind of what I always say. Like, when we read cards, we're not saying it's sticks and stones. Like, we're just being aware so that when it does happen, we're like, all right, like, this is, and then we have then that awareness and ability to shift things or make things more comfortable, basically, right? Because in the body, what's incoming, I see anxiety, I do see sadness, and again, there's that divine intervention. Okay, but then whether there is sadness and whether there is going to be maybe some anxiety that the body is going to feel in this week, that is all part of the consciousness, like the body is being illuminated more and more. Our bodies are the arcs, so we are integrating more of the solar energy. And when the solar energy is coming into your body, basically that's why these things may be coming up, like I said in the beginning, like the fear and the anger, because it has to go, it has to go. So whatever is coming up is coming out. Okay, that's why. So again, this week our bodies may feel sad. Okay, we may feel anxious, or collectively the collective consciousness may feel this way. Because I want to remind you guys, when you guys are integrating with a different version of yourself, because this 12-12 portal, for sure, you guys are integrating another form of yourself. And with that comes memories, like I know my brother shared about that. Like, even just me talking right now, it triggered a memory, because that's what it is. And every time we do receive a memory or awareness, is like, with that is also going to come this, basically, because it's the way that I see it in my personal journey. That's why I'm sharing it like that too, is because when you are merging with another version of yourself, in a sense, it's kind of like you need to look at this version of yourself as the higher self that is helping that version of yourself ascend. So when you are connecting with a version of yourself, it's like you're helping that version ascend. So you're integrating the consciousness, right? So that's what the harvest means. Like you're integrating the wisdom that you collected as that version of yourself, right? That also is your memories, that also is your abilities, your magic, whatever it is that particular version of yourself accomplished. Yes, that's what you're integrating, but also you're also integrating perhaps the anxiety and the sadness. So it's all in one. You see? So it's like, yes, amazing. Like ascension is amazing, and all these things are amazing, but there's also that part of it that's why I'm talking about it, so that you guys are aware and you guys can understand maybe why you feel that way, or even if you don't see the memories or stuff like that at an energetic level, you're integrating whatever fear or whatever it is, but it's like at this version of yourself. You're so powerful that you're alchemizing it, not only for yourself and that version of yourself. I know it's kind of trippy when I talk like that, but yeah. Now let's check in our higher self. What does our higher self need to no. What energies left our higher self, our soul this week? Wow. Okay. What is the current energy of the higher self right now? How does the soul feel at this moment? And then what is the energy incoming for our higher self for the rest of the week? Wow, this is amazing. Okay. So the energy our higher self recently left, or so again, divine intervention, and then there's that cleansing energy, right? So our bodies were basically purging and cleansing so that we could integrate more of the Holy Spirit, the of our higher self. But then there's this frustration energy. So it's kind of like this is how our body was feeling, so that's why we were feeling that way. Everything that I said in the simple term in these cards. But again, there's this frustration energy of the higher self. Very interesting. Let me see. The way that the higher self feels right now, again, I'm picking up some anger. But then I have movement, and then I have abundance. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so this frustration is I'm kind of getting more of like and this is a higher self, and it's also collective. So just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But the frustration that the higher self is feeling makes me feel like the ones that are more aware, the ones that are able to deceive basically between any fake, matrix timelines. Like I'm picking up that frustration of like you're seeing, what like just us seeing, other people, and it's like I can see why, like I can see why we can feel frustrated or angry, but at the end of the day, we do have to remind ourselves, to come back to that sweetness energy, because I do feel like what I'm getting with this is kind of like we all came back in time, and like it's like that frustrated energy of like certain of our brothers and sisters that folded, basically. That's kind of what I'm getting. Like there's certain members of our family that we didn't think, and I'm talking about like soul family, that we didn't think, was, and is it, and again, like I can see that. I can see that energy, but I think that's why even myself, I feel like that was a test in myself. And all I did was like, okay, well, I stated how I felt, but that's why all I did was kind of just like share prayers over the weekend. I share the prayer where you can like cancel like those soul contracts and stuff like that. So Anyways, going into the higher self at the moment, there is movement and abundance. So overall, though, I feel like we are in this abundant energy. We always are, and we are abundant in a form. But I do feel like our higher self is basically giving us sparks of creative ideas on what to utilize our abundant energy to allow us to move forward wherever we are right now. That's kind of where I feel like our higher self is right now. So that's kind of okay. I can see why they want us to take it easy this week, go in hermit mode and stuff like that, because our team is actually working with us to help us in that sense. And remember, when you guys want like financial energy or like help, you could always call upon Universal Angel Raphael. Angel Charity is also basically the angel of money. Like, if money can be an angel and a frequency, is Angel Charity, because she does work with that stuff. So that was just a quick reminder. So now this is going to be incoming for our higher self. So there's death and there's energy. So another death and rebirth, but it's like I'm getting that this is going to be either people that are moving into the soul level of their 12 chakras, or the ones that were in the soul level are now going to be entering the monad, so like your 12D. So that's the energy, the higher self I'm getting. And then overall we have strength and determination. So overall, I mean, if we made it this far, guys, what else can we not do? So we need to keep reminding each other, that we are the sun. We are the sun in a body, basically. So if that's why Raj told me to share that, and the way that he said it too, I love when he said it, like the way that he said it, like the sun never hides, like the sun just shines, and that's what we need to continue to do. But I do feel like, to be honest with you, the reason why this purge felt really heavy is because, yeah, we're about to do that shift. So, wow. Okay, so now I'm gonna see what is gonna be the energy center for this week that we should be aware of. I think anxiety. It teaches me how to enter love and alchemize fear. Oh, I love that. Whoa. I love that. Sister, that's a great. Let me reshuffle this. But yeah. But yeah, guys, that's kind of what I was getting overall. Right now I'm checking on the card of what is something we should be aware of for the rest of this week. An energy center. Ooh, okay, I have Jupiter. It says Jupiter, curiosity, and then there's trust. Okay, so let me show you. So this is the Jupiter card, and then this is the Jupiter card. Curiosity. Okay, so I'm gonna read this for us. Wow, there's just so much. Okay, it says development, alignment, and experience. So it says your curious nature is all part of your soul's journey. In this human experience, being curious opens new adventures and doors in life that may have been blocked or closed due to your innate fears about understanding and comprehending the unknown. Without curiosity, you would remain complacent, halting your ever looming expansion. Your soul, mind, and body yearn for new information and new experiences. Holding space for your curiosity can take you down the road to your destiny. Jupiter is referred to as the god of planets, sitting as one of the brightest in the solar system and representing optimism, power, and knowledge and expansion. Jupiter spreads optimism vibes and allows you to see what's possible to achieve in your lifetime, providing inspiration for you to head towards spiritual and mental expansion. Over time, through your expansion with Jupiter, you will gain wisdom, faith, and trust in the universe to guide your life where it may be. At the end of your journey, Jupiter may even adorn you with a bit of luck and good fortune for following where your curiosity led you. On your expansive journey with Jupiter, it would be prudent to have Aphrodite on your person or in your home, as it helps you maintain a strong connection between your spiritual and physical selves. So it says Jupiter was once the original ruler of Pisces, and along with that crystal, it is required of you when curiously seeking growth in the depths of the unknown. Okay, and affirmation is I am open and receptive to the experiences that Jupiter may lay before me. Wow. You guys, I feel like my memory is so foggy right now. I know it's because of this huge shift happening. Yes, absolutely, guys. Yes, sister. I love you, Power Ranger. Oh, wow. And I'm gonna do some self-care for us now, guys. And actually I'm gonna check the orbs. But I kind of love that because we were just talking about abundance and then Jupiter comes in. And basically, guys, the new Earth is gonna be new Jupiter. So New Jerusalem is basically Jupiter. Wow. Oh, I was gonna do self-care. No, I was gonna check the orbs. So I kind of want to check the orbs for this week so that I know like what is the support team that we have for this week. All right, so I'm just checking the orbs. Okay. So there's still that going on. So far, let me reshuffle this. So far I see Uriel. So our brother Uriel is in charge of our solar plex, but also okay, so he's gonna be actually angel that's gonna be strong within the collective this week because he's saying he's reprogramming the solar plexus because for a lot of years the solar plexus was because keep in mind that throughout the different ages, you know, we had the golden age, the iron age, you know, like throughout that, like our consciousness was also, you know, different. So since we are making that shift, his message is that you know, earlier I did say that there was going to be maybe some anxiety and stuff like that, but that's because of solar. So he was saying that for a long time the solar was programmed to feel fear or to kind of like watch out for fear. So removing now, okay. Hold on, he actually wants me to read his card, which I will, brother. So let me read his card. But it looks like we have Uriel. Because that's kind of where I feel like a lot of people might be. And again, even if you're not there energetically, we pick up the things that the rest of our brothers and sisters may experience, you know, because we are helping them alchemize that density so that they're able to ascend, basically. So let me read the message from this book. And then this is going to be Uriel. And this is his orb, by the way. So this is his orb, so you can connect to him. That's his orb. Okay, so Uriel is the angel of peace, radiating a deep gold that holds infinite wisdom. He also works in the ruby ray, which enables people to hold power with wisdom and communicate it to others. His etheric retreat is above the Tatara Mountains, Poland, and he oversees Africa. He is in charge of the development of the solar plexus chakra, a huge psychic center that was once programmed to keep people safe by watching out for danger. He is now reprogramming it to seek out love and ancient wisdom. Uriel envisions the freedom and happiness of humanity and works to dissolve anything that prevents this. If your aim is harmony and balance, he will help you to understand and release all that is outmoded within you. It says, you are ready to come into harmony and balance. I call on now Uriel to come to us and surround us into harmony and balance, and to help us with our inner wisdom so that it may emerge, and so that we allow our inner wisdom to guide us through any challenges and situations presented to us. So, when wisdom is our guide, the outcome will always be for the highest good, and we will feel totally safe and secure. Now, let me continue the message. It says, it is time to be a peace ambassador, so examine situations from an enlightened perspective. This will enable your light to become peaceful and golden. Uriel commands a host of peace angels. Because of free will, they need humans to direct them. So send them to soothe people in situations everywhere. You can also send your golden peace light out to the universe. I love that. Well, might as well. I love that because we were just talking about wisdom and all that stuff. So, okay, let me see another orbs real quick, and then I'm gonna do some self care to wrap up the card reading. So, this is Michael, Uriel, a unicorn, and Kuan Yin all in one orb. Michael, Uriel, unicorn, and Kuan Yin. And then this is Seraphim, Seraphisa. So this is a Seraphim orb. Seraphim, Seraphisa. I really like her orb. It's so cool. It looks white, but it's like very plasma. So orange, blue, that's kind of what I'm getting. And then white, that's the support we have. Let me read Seraphisa, do a quick self-care. Okay. It says, this opens you to higher compassion and love. Seraphisa is opening you to transcendent love. So it suggests that you surrender to the angelic forces of love. You are reminded that your entire life is now dedicated to living at a higher level. Your guidance is to practice compassion and the higher qualities of love and be a beacon of light to others. Oh, I love that. Okay. Let me quickly read the other message for that orb card. It says number 26. Okay, so it says, this orb activates ancient healing knowledge latent within you. The angels, unicorn, and Lady Kuan Yin are reactivating Lemurian healing crystals in the earth to enable the unicorns to connect with people. Your guidance is to recognize yourself as a planetary healer and work with the angels, unicorns, and masters to send healing to earth and all upon her. Oh, I love that. Okay, guys, so For the most case, it looks like Gabriel, Michael, Chamuel, Unicorn Energy, Uriel was a very strong one that is going to be assisting us this week. And then let me do some self-care for us for the rest of the week and see how we can go from there. So, wisdom like a child from the heart. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of how I see it too, you know? This is gonna be for our inner child. So what does our inner child need to express? Okay. I think I said this the last live because it came. So rest. So yeah, guys, I can see that this week, another resting week. But the abundance card came out again, you know, and I did say like whatever visions that you have right now, you know, like create that plan, you know, create your vision board. Like I feel like a lot of us do need to break out of that energy of like we need the funds to create the plan, but no, because that energy is already there, you know, so still create the plan, that abundance planning, you know, because that makes me feel like we need to like okay, like the angelic forces are always going to work with us, you know what I mean, and so on, but it's like we also have to put in that part of physically, you know, putting a plan together, you know, so they can see how they can work with us, you know, and how they can support us even more. So for the ones that may want to do like this financial abundance planning and stuff like that, like yes, like do it and call upon your divine team, you know, call upon Raphael if you want to, or Charity. And yeah, I'll probably put something around that too because that kept coming up. Let's see what else are for our inner child. What else for our inner child? So intuition and health checkup. So check in with your inner child this week, okay, and see how you may be feeling, you know, anything regarding your intuition, you know, continue to listen to your intuition, to your heart on anything that may come up this week. Now moving into our present self. What does our present self need to express? So we need to ground. It says ground ourselves. So a lot of grounding this week. A lot of grounding we have to continue to do, but also flow like water. This gives me still hermit vibes, but still going with the flow, you know, with whatever happens, and continue to keep our energy clear, you know, our energy, just our own energy at this point. And then it says spend time with friends. So spend time with the people that you feel like family, you know. I think that's going to be natural for us to want to isolate ourselves, and then when we're ready we can then just, you know, reopen ourselves, you know, to for friends. um Now this is our higher self. What does our higher self need to express at this time? What does our higher self need to express at this time? Wow, guys, I cannot. It says be still. So be still, you know, our higher self is calling us to be still. Be still, but look at the stars. Look at the stars. Oh. So look at the stars, but also use your hands. So this is from our higher self. What I'm getting right now, guys, is that be ready, be vigilant, you know, be still, be in your own container and be very observant. Just be observant, you know, but also practice using your hands, because that was something that they were actually telling me to make posts about to get you guys ready. Because again, when I want to do take us to that experience, like or even a live that I'll do, I'm gonna say like They want us to actively work with our hands, with like the crystals in our hands, like invoking the rays of God already, basically like that, like how to manipulate energy with your hands and knowing like what finger carries, the ray and stuff like that. So that's kind of like towards the end of the week. If anything, I'll put that together for us, because I feel like even today I really wanted to do something in the morning. It didn't work out and it's okay. But because we're still integrating, we're still releasing. So that's why I said I don't want us to have like this crazy activation when we're still in that energy of releasing. All right. So let's see. That was kind of like a quick check-in on that, guys, for the week. And I feel called to take an energy cleansing bath. Oh yes, sister, I'm glad. Yes. Those are so important right now. Activating codes, our DNA, accepting all of ourselves. Yes, brother. Anxiety and sadness. I love you guys. So yeah, guys, that's kind of what I have. Any last questions, comments? um Anything else that you feel like, whatever came through that you want to share? But I need to continue basically organizing the week as well, for all of us. But like I said, just be on the lookout this weekend. I'm gonna have our first gathering officially to put together, um I feel sleepy and comfortable. Oh, I love you. Yeah, me too. I kind of feel a little like, I feel like if I had energy for the day, I used it for this live, which I'm grateful for because I needed to catch you guys up. I wanted to look at this energy together and see, whatever came up, however it resonated for us. And just to have that here, just in case, because it does feel like it's barely Monday, but I thought Monday felt like it was here like 3 days ago. You know what I mean? Like that's why it's like, oh fuck, like whatever little time that I have for certain things, I'm definitely using them right now. But yeah, guys, is there any last questions? Any last comments? What was your takeaway from today? While I organize these things. My first time joining your live. I love your content and channel messages. Oh, thank you. Thank you for your time and energy. Oh, I love you. My honor. My pleasure, guys. All very resonate. Yeah, brother. I'm glad. I do feel, I don't know what's up with Mercury. I have to check him out. But the Mercury card kind of came out when I was checking these. So I want to probably end it with that message of like, it's important. I think the communication thing has been a big topic. So I feel like it's better to read energies and to overthink of like, why didn't this person message me or stuff like that, because I feel like that's kind of where like the third party tries to come in to incite like overthinking, or try to create something. But in reality, guys, we're all doing our best to, have a human experience, be undercover angelic agents, and so on. Oh, no worries. I'm gonna repost it. Time is moving so fast. I've been downloading so much info I can't sleep, but it's exciting. I know, right? Same here. Same here, guys. But I think I'm gonna leave it there so that I can repost it and then follow up with you guys. I'm gonna see if later, if not tomorrow in the morning, for a card of the day. So we'll do that. Yes, energetically communicating. Yes, guys. So I'm gonna post it right now as soon as I get out from here, and just leave it there to rewatch it. But good night, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. I love you so, so much. Always remember how beautiful you are, how amazing you are, how unbreakable, unfuckable. Like, you guys are everything. I love you, sister. Thank you for your time and service. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Okay, guys, I love you. Have a good rest of your day. And I love you guys. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for making this live. I love you, Radius. Have a great night. Thank you, brother. I love you so much. Thanks for hanging out with me right here. Okay, guys, have a good rest of your day.